A simple command was given, Genesis 19, verse 17. Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee. A command so simple, yet we make it so hard by holding on to people, things that God has intended us to let go of long time ago. An example of this is the story of Lot's wife. She was commanded, along with her husband and daughters, to escape the lives and not to look back. Only she did, causing her to turn into a pillar of salt. Pillar of salt, by definition, is one who strongly supports a work, a cause from one predicament to another. Someone which stay or supports the character of one who supports. Matthew 5, verse 13, ye are the salt of the earth, but if salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall be salted? It is henceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of man. The things that were going on in Sodom and Gomorrah was tinted with impurity, but it was purity to Lot's wife. She supported the things that took place in Sodom and Gomorrah. That is why, when ordered to flee her life and not look back, whether she did it literally or reminisce on a life of sensual pleasure, she could not obey the command. Her life resided in Sodom. As I get deeper into studies, I get to Genesis 19, verse 26. It stood out to me. But his wife did look back from behind, and she became a pillar of salt. When reading scriptures, I have a friend, and he also tells me when you get to a comma, treat it as a stop sign, because you'll lose a lot. And I finally took his advice, and it came to the conclusion that perhaps Lot's wife's characteristic, her mindset, that is why when ordered to flee her life and not look back behind, she did. She put him behind. But looking back, that was like me. I always look back. I look back for material things, for family, friends. I could constantly look back for love. Each time I look back, I became a pillar of salt. My situation consumed me every single time because my heart overpowered my logic. I continue on this pattern and hope for different results. But to no avail, I finally realized that those people that I continue to look back for would be running too, had their lives meant something to them. If they're supposed to be saved, I tried for many years to play God, seeking to save those who didn't desire to be saved. And the things that I look back for had been for me that would be awaiting me upon the arrival of safety. I began to study. In study, I discovered that not only does it wait for no man, time doesn't go back until man began to tamper with it. Daniel 7, verse 25. And time does not move with haste, in each second, minute, and hour. Slowly, I began to live as time did, moving forward at slow, cautious pace patiently. Proverbs 19, verse 2. Also that the soul be without knowledge. It is not good, and it had to haste it with the defeated Senate. And I began to fully put my trust in God. I am proud to say I am Lot's wife no more. Amen. Material things as well as family, friends must meet me in the future. I've learned that it is better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. I am over all my fears of losing to love. I'm letting go, fleeing my life and never looking back, trusting that if it is for me, it will be awaiting me in my future. In doing so, I made a new Gertha. Amen. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17. Thereof, if any man be with Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, are become new. Looking back is not only a physical thing. You can only look back by reminiscing. The scriptures say in Isaiah 43, verse 18, remember ye not former things, neither consider the things of old. Thinking back causes you to go back and forward, making you appear to be double-minded. Because you continue to think back to the past instead of thinking ahead. A double-minded person is restless, confused in his thoughts, his action, and his behavior. The scripture speak out to double-minded men, stating that it is unstable in all his ways. James 1, verse 8. I encourage you, too, to be Lot's wife no more. James 4, verse 8. Cleanse your hand. You sin and purify your heart. You're double-minded. Move forward, not looking back for love, family, important that bring joy to your life. Matthew 19, verse 29, and everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive in hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life. Look back, think back no more. Galatians 7:10, say not thou what is the cause that the former days were better than these. For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. Instead, fear God and his commandment, for this is the holy duty of man. Continue forward, trusting fully in God to direct your path. Past hurt, confusion, abandonment, loss of loved ones, or material things, release them. Think of them no more. Take the lesson that you have learned and move forward. Amen. Someone out there, someone is going through that I was going through, and need to know that they are not alone. Don't focus on Lot's wife being a female. Lot's wife is a particular mindset, characteristic, a way of life that matched the girl they lived in some form of fashion. So please consider, move forward. To God be the glory. To God be the glory.